While managing my company, PayMe, which is the payment company, I began to explore investing in stock market. Back then, I was not sure. It was uncertain that this activity, whether it meets my faith. Then I found out that there was no any halal broker in the industry.
And lots of investors think that I'm a good investor if I generate a number from a number. I get 10% per annum, good. I get 100% per annum, good. Something is missing in that, right? Where is the value?
The uniqueness of Hyssa is combining all necessary features in one place.
When I tell my friends that I'm now in Islamic finance, they're asking, are you Muslim? I say no, but Islamic finance has a very hygienic approach towards investing.
Imagine like you pay attention to what you eat. Like it must be halal down to finest details. It must be this way with investment as well.
The process of investing is not transparent. For instance, you can invest in halal stock commission-free. Where does the commission go? Who earns that commission? How do they earn that commission? It's not clear, it's not transparent.
The Hyssa is covering this very gap by creating full halal brokerage with its own custody and in-house built Sharia screening solution. Assalamualaikum. I'm Sarvar Samimi, the founder of Hyssa. I was born in Uzbekistan. I pursued a degree in economics while studying in university. I was very into monetary policy, theory of managing the money issuance. And also, I was studying the papers about internet companies. After I graduated from university, I founded a tech company where we decided to develop payment company. Back then in Uzbekistan, there was no payment company designed for e-commerce. That's how we came up to building the first payment company in the country who now serves more than 9 million users.
Hi, my name is Michael or Mikhail Bobkin. I'm the co-founder at Hyssa. I was learning management and economics in higher schools and universities. When I was finishing school, you needed to go somewhere, right? You don't have that mindset when you finish the school. It's like, oh, a bit of fresh air. Where do I go? What do I do? Okay, economics sounds interesting. There is something about marketing, about how everything works. Okay, I just go into economics. It was not too instrumental for me. I needed to apply the knowledge somehow, right? Okay, you know how the economy works. Now, how is that applicable? And I went for British Open University, and then I was getting very handful tools which I still use. That was a very useful experience for me. At the age of 19, I was working as a marketer for the apparel manufacturing company, and then went to work for a media company as an analyst. In the media, I stayed for 7 years, and then I switched completely to logistics. And through that logistics, I was getting involved in a holding where I was running a few companies. One company was related to financial services as well. In 2018, I got involved in the traditional brokerage company. It was fintech. It was very interesting, and I was building services there, and I was building the global sales team there. And we managed to achieve great results. It was quite an effort, and through the achievement of those results, I understood what a good broker needs to be. And there I met Sarvar.
Hi, my name is Javlon Takulov. I'm a co-founder of Hyssa. So from my early age, I was really into mathematics. So I chose finance in my bachelor's. And after that, I decided to go deeper into the field, and I did my master's in economics, focusing on the stock markets. So I did my master's in South Korea, at Yonsei University. For a decade, I lived and worked in South Korea. From my university years, I was into investing, trading. So I launched a few projects related to stock market. I started my own blog, which I write about this finance and economics. I was thinking that I need to teach what I know to my peer friends and younger people. So I founded a project called Uplift, which teaches you about stock market. And I also launched a few projects related to stock market. So naturally, it led me to join Hyssa.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Madior. I'm a CTO at Hyssa. I'm from Uzbekistan, Tashkent. I graduated from Inha University in Tashkent. I started my career as a software engineer right after graduating from university. And I joined a young IT outsourcing company. And there I had a very good chance to work with very different projects, ranging from startups to organizational big projects. I started there as a junior developer, and I could have the growth to the level where I managed whole backend engineering team with my friend who first invited there. It became very interesting to work with startups because building something from ground up and from the not scalable place and making it scalable, helpful to the people, was very something that I'm excited with this journey. In my career, I had a chance to work with many different startups and helping them successfully launch. I joined Hyssa as the first software engineer, and Hyssa is one of those successful startups, and being Hyssa those startups is very exciting to me.
At my previous company, when I used to receive dividends, it's a happy moments when you face the results of your efforts, which reflects in cash. But this very moment arises a new problem, and you need to allocate your cash wisely. When I was researching where to allocate the cash in a liquid way so that I could meet the requirements of my faith as well, and that's how I faced the problem, which led me to thinking that me as an investor, first of all, should meet the criteria of permissibility, whether the asset I'm picking is permissible or not. Of course, investing in real estate was not an option since it's illiquid. The public equity market is very huge. I would like to be present definitely in this market.
And lots of investors think that, okay, I'm a good investor if I generate a number from a number. I get 10% per annum, good. I get 100% per annum, good. Something is missing in that, right? Where is the value? It's simple for a regular person to invest in stocks which do not bring peace and fairness, right? For instance, you can easily invest in Boeing or Raytheon Technologies, Lockheed Martin, and other stocks which are producing weapons, and they give a nice amount of dividends, for instance, right? But is that correct? People who think only about the number, they're pouring their money into the industries which produce not the peace and not the equal opportunities. It produces inflation, it produces the war. And we discussed those things with the Sarwar, and the Sarwar explained me that there is Islamic finance. There are some certain rules which, if they're embedded into the traditional brokerage, this way it would work better. And this is how Hyssa has been built.
When I was investing in halal stocks before joining Hyssa, to be honest, it was not quite easy to screen, analyze every data, manually. It takes a lot of effort and time, and it's not an easy task for an, average investor. Personally, for me, I was an economist. I was into finance. I know, how to read financial statements, right? But that case is not for everyone.
Definitely what I wouldn't like to consider is switching between services which were actually available at the time. Since I'm focused on my job and I need to work more, and I don't have time to switch between services and make my decision, which has a portion of distraction. So I wanted, first of all, for myself to build this very solution so that I could have by hand one-tap solution which gives me proper information, which provides me fully halal list of stocks where I can research why this is halal, why those are not. That's the way I was thinking back then.
There are minimum activities which you need to do when you invest. You need to screen the company fundamentals. You need to understand whether the company is overpriced or underpriced. You need to understand what the company does, in fact. What's their process? How do they produce revenue? You need to understand the fundamentals, how much debt it is into, what is the structure of that debt, what's the capitalization, etc. So fundamentals. And you need to look for the news. The news are important. What's happening in the company, what they say about themselves to the market. There might be some signals, and there might be some new interesting product, etc. Then you need to be able to read corporate actions. Is company merging with someone? Is company diluting the number of investors, etc. Then you need to read the charts.
Money 2020 is a big event in the fintech world. The fact that Riyadh is becoming center of the capital in the Middle East region, this makes Hyssa to be part of this transformation in the industry per se. Hyssa has a chance to meet new investors, new partners, and we would be happy to be the part of this process.
Riyadh is a symbolic milestone for Hyssa. Also for us, it's a chance to meet the whole team. Even with our small team, and we are scattered across 5 countries, it's already interesting to meet everyone, right?
Participating in Money 2020, seeing how they interact with our app, how they get our promo. I just want to feel the feedback from people in offline, in natural way. And it really helps me to shape our product to the point that it serves its best value.
It's a signal that we are ready to scale and we are ready to introduce our app to all Muslims around the world. The uniqueness of Hyssa is combining all necessary features in one place. Even after investing, you need to track that stock, whether it changes its halal status or not. I think our boldest move was creating our own in-house screening platform. Why we made this move? Because when we tried other screeners, we were not satisfied enough with their screening approach, screening methodologies. We decided to create it with a Sharia board, with our Sharia board. There are steps in screening, and the first step is business screening. When you screen a business, you need to know that business in and out. Some screeners show that business as halal, but what we think is it's not fully halal. It may be doubtful. For example, that company if produces food and that food contains, different ingredients, right? If that screener does not analyze it in deeply, they may pass that company, that stock as halal. Another thing is companies usually report their financial statements in every 3 months. So you need to screen that statements when the new statement is out. In some screeners, we found that they have not screened it with the latest reports. It's been, for example, a year since they screen it. What we want is everything must be up to date and screen it in detail with every Islamic and ethical principles.
I think its uniqueness will be it's going to be halal down to this finest point. If I see it in Hyssa, so I can believe 100%. It has fatwa. It really shows everything transparently. So I don't need to worry about anything. I just need to think about the strategies that I need to split my financial resources into, let's say, it can be real estate, for example, some part, it can be stocks, and others are VC funds.
We have been building this app for 3.5 years. There are some alternatives, but weaker alternatives comparing to what we have built. There are good investment apps there which allow investing in halal stock, but the process of investing is not transparent. For instance, you can invest in halal stock commission-free. Where does the commission go? Who earns that commission? How do they earn that commission? It's not clear, it's not transparent. When there is something hidden, fairness might not be there. I understood that we need to create the fair app. We need to create a transparent app. We need to create the way how people can produce clean number, so to speak, how they can produce the value. World needed that app, and we can do it.
Being as an entrepreneur of wealth tech company, first of all, I need to tell that my faith is the foundation of wealth. And my religion teaches me that I'm by default already rich having my faith in Islam. When you acknowledge that there is only one authority who is Al-Hasib, who takes account, and Muhsi, who is the number of everything, and Ar-Razzaq, who allocator of sustenance, you get to the point that there is the authority who allocates these values among the beneficiaries. And these firm positions will let you to proceed with what you have. Having this in mind, Hyssa as a faith-driven application, I believe that we will put our effort in creating more values for our customers, for the society to live healthier life. And we should use our resources to deliver the best service for our customers.
One thing when I tell my friends that I'm now in Islamic finance, they're asking, are you Muslim? I say, no, but Islamic finance has a very hygienic approach towards investing. And this is what I enjoy, and this principle shall be common for the investing domain. We don't speak just about religion, we speak about creating the value. If I invest now in defense, am I producing the war? Do I kill people with that kind of investment? If I now invest in that company which is very much percentage driven, it has too many percent-based loans, what do I really invest in? In their ability to increase prices or in their ability to create value?
So my values guides me not only what we build, but how we build it. From avoiding non-compliant revenue sources or interest-bearing instruments, for us, Sharia compliance should be and is daily routine. It's not a, marketing slogan. It should be basic standard for us.
Inshallah, in the next 5 years, Hyssa will include all the major investment fields in its platform. And my hope is that the customers will find it very helpful and they will enjoy using our app.
Using Hyssa to invest in equities, keep using Hyssa to build the community and empower societies with good service and with richer outcomes, inshallah.